Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world. And our first order of business today is to get down into the personnel department and take a look at our new characters. We also, Nefertiti No Relation Jones, I think we have a couple promotions also while we're in here. So we have two perks. Die Hard is new from the last season. This was not a perk in our last season. So we got to look at this. When you take lethal damage, there's a chance to survive with 1 hit point. A chance. I don't think it's a guarantee, and it can only trigger once per mission. So I'm kind of, for what we're going to start spending, I'm going to take quick aim first, so we can take advantage of it before delirium comes in and lowers our willpower. And then we will, not having experience with this, I don't know how good of a chance it is. So if someone does have some gameplay experience with this perk, I don't mind hearing what your experience has been. You can let me know down in the comments. And then I think I'm just going to double dip into the willpower because we got a boost on strength because of our squatter perk. So I'm going to take advantage of that to just up our will while we can and maybe get an extra quick aim in the process out of that. So that's how we're going to deal with Nefertiti. And then we are going to take a Mike Servando. And once again, I'm going to go with the extreme focus first. I just like to have that one action overwatch at the end of a turn. Can often help us out, and hopefully early on we don't have, well, all it takes is a few claws. I was gonna say we don't have the most dangerous weapons out there, but yeah, there's danger out there. The bad news is the history of violence. I'm all for the extra damage, but I hate that willpower hit that we take. And I'm also a little nervous about the strength, so I guess we're gonna do something that doesn't satisfy either, and I'm going to pick up strength and willpower. One to try and offset that, and strength just because snipers tend to be a little squishier with their armor, so we got to start building that up a little bit. All right, so now let's get down there. Unfortunately, you did not get a promotion, and you'll have to let me know on your name. Is it, I've been saying Stasia Rashima, but it could be Stasia. I figured there's different ways I could be pronouncing that. So let me know, Stasia or Stasia, which way you prefer, or if there's even a third choice I haven't even thought of for your name. Let me know. I gotta get used to saying it the right way early on, or there's no hope that I'll ever get it right after that. And we get down to pick number 4. I just started renaming in the order they appeared in our personnel file, and Sectoid is joining the team. And what I did is I took a few items away from Nefertiti at the top because she was able to carry so much. So at least you guys have a little bit of a variety from your heavy gun. At least you have a grenade you can throw coming up. I can't afford to build anything with our materials situation, but I've spread out the loads as best I can think of. And once again, remember, you all have the opportunity as we get in here to make adjustments to your character's stats here if you're in the mood. If you're not sure what settings you want, just tell me the look you're going for and we'll do our best. And that helmet keeps coming back on when we come out. Okay, so our next soldier, Sectoid, we didn't finish with you, believe it or not. Corpse Disposer is your background perk, so that's a really good one. Fire resistance, I like that. And Daredevil is your other perk when we get up to level 5, extra damage at the cost of accuracy. So nothing hideous about these perks. Now, independent soldiers, they come with the Phoenix Point builds as far as perks. So we aren't going to get more variety. That's why at least we had the Synedrian start to see there. But we're going to see if we can't hire a new Jericho somewhere. We're going to see if we can't hire some Anu somewhere and get some practice or get some looks at their perks also. Floki is next, and he is an assault for us. And your perks, let's just dig right in. Tunnel Rat. So you have extra stealth, And even more important for an assault, I like the idea of extra speed for you. So that's a nice pickup early on. And then your other perk is extra will points, which is not bad. And then, oh, that's why I gave you the 1 spare medkit. Because you, well, not that it applies now, but I want that sitting in my mind right now. Eventually, you will be a good one for healing, because you get an extra 30% when you do that. So I guess we're getting you in practice early by having you carry a med kit. What do you know? And then finally, Tristan S. Young rounds out as our final heavy here. Also threw you with a grenade. Let's take a look at your perks. And we are looking at Paranoid. And Paranoid sounds bad. It sounds a little paranoid to worry about that perk, but it's actually not a bad one at all. You have extra perception and extra hearing range. So it's not necessarily amazing on a heavy, because they start with usually a little less perception to begin with, but you know, now you're not just a lowly heavy, you actually can perceive and hear as good as the average trooper at least. And then finally, damaged amygdala. So no, the sirens, when they try their psychic screams, or anyone else that has that ability, guess what? They don't bug you. That's really good. You cannot panic. You are a rock. Not because you're brave or anything, it's just because of your brain. Well, you know, we'll look at it positively, and we'll think that you're psychically strong when it's actually damaged amygdala. So there you go. So let's get back out there and see what our situation is on the map that we need to deal with. It's nice all of a sudden to have a team of 6, even if we aren't all as equipped as we might want to be eventually. I know one of you, it might have been you, Tristan, or Floki, and I think it was Tristan. He was hoping to have New Jericho. Well, the closest you're going to get is maybe New Jericho armor one day. We'll see if we can get our resources in better shape. Someday, we might be able to make that happen. All right. So we have 2 mist blooms here, and I definitely want to get down here. And the reason I kind of want to get down here relatively fast is I want to do this mission before it becomes part of the mist. And therefore, we pick up, you know, delirium. It's nice to do as many missions as we can out of the mist early so we can gain experience and get some use out of our will point before we start losing will points to the delirium. And then, so what I'm thinking is this. I think I hope, we'll find out. I'm going to go here and maybe we'll just get lucky and find some materials. I would go here, but I think that's the marketplace location on this particular map, if memory serves me. So that's why I'm avoiding this. I can't spend anything there anyway. And I'm going to see if we can get lucky and find materials here. And then I'm going to zoom straight down here to Poison Within. That's the plan. Let's get going. Okay, so far the mist is so good. Let's see how it changes in 4 hours. I think we're in good shape. Oh, wow. So we got another mission. We found New Jericho too, which is really nice. The Dreamers Awaken. And we do have a team of 6. Ooh, this could be the time. Unfortunately, we don't have the materials to recover from any of these missions. That's the bad news. Let me think about this real quick. I can't quite remember what I had queued up in the research. Now, this is another good one. We're putting that in the research because it's fairly quick. In fact, it's even quicker than the Mind Fragger. I'm going to drop the Mind Fragger down. We're going to put New Jericho next and play it that way. I might move the recruitment protocols up. Now, I think I'll just do these 2 since we're so desperate for materials. This is just going to be a little quicker where we pick up materials. So the question is, can I afford to wait 13 hours? And we didn't see a lot of movement on the mist this last time. Well, you know, since we didn't see a lot of movement on the mist, I'm going to skip this. I want to get down here. I mean, we could do this, but then I can't replenish. So I might as well stall. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some materials and then zip right down to here. And to be quite honest, if I don't find materials here, we're just going to have to do this and then manually replenish after the mission that we do down here. But I got to get this done before the mist. I got to get over here and check this out before the mist gets there too. So I'm trying to play race around and beat the mist right now early on. So let's just check for the lucky material thing here. And of course, we finally found an exploration site, and the one we find is nothing found. I guess we're not meant to get materials except through research right now. So let's get down to the poison within before it gets covered in mist. All right, at the Disciples of Anu Haven of Sipar, a mutated worm infestation is causing serious problems. The locals had placed their hopes in Taxiarch Nergal, the Disciples' greatest military hero, but Nergal is said to be fighting a series of pitched battles against the Pandorans and has been unable to help. We could eradicate the infestation ourselves, helping the Haven and creating a good first impression with this faction. Hey, you know the other thing I thought, but I think the mist overrode that priority. But I could have done the New Jericho mission, and I think we probably would have gotten a materials reward out of that mission. But it'll all balance out in the end, even if I do have to manually replenish some of the stuff we're about to use on this mission. So let's get going. I'm pretty sure we've looked at everybody when I was at the beginning of the mission. We have grenades, and I might. Well, no, we definitely want extra pistol ammo there. In fact, I'm even thinking we could really use a lot of extra pistol ammo and build it this way, because pistol ammo is cheaper ammo and it's good against worms. So we're going to try that, and I'm going to hope. Yeah, we have 8 shots before we have to reload, so I'll just keep it like this in case we get sloppy and a worm explodes on us. So we're going to keep you like that. And Sestaya, well, I don't know that I want to be shooting out a lot of spider drones on this one. But yeah, we got plenty of ammo. That's the way we're going to play it. Sectoid, you do have a lone grenade to help us out. You're also a heavy for bashing worms. I think at this point in the game, without any extra strength or anything, and without any worm autopsies, that kind of thing, it usually takes, even with a heavy, 2 hits to explode a worm. The only good thing about heavies is they usually or often can survive 1 worm explosion. Worms are a little different in this game as they do eliminate armor, unlike the base game. But heavies can usually at least withstand a single explosion without taking too much poison or damage. And so there's that. Floki, we don't have a grenade for you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you 1 grenade. Just because. Because 2 should be enough. Well, you know, you never know. But it's probably a good idea to have a grenade here. And I'm going to put it right there, and we'll equip you that way. And finally, Tristan, you have a grenade also, and same applies to you as a heavy. Hopefully we can, if we make a mistake, survive a single blast from a worm. And let's find out. Can we play it clean, or are we going to take some hurt? And remember also with this particular game, okay, so it's nighttime for us here now. We got the luxury of a daytime mission with our rescuing of soldiers. We don't have that luxury now. So I think what I'll do is kind of bring you over here, Tristan. We can do a little Overwatch with you. Being at night, they could be very close, and there's usually a worm too, and I think I've sometimes had 4 worms in this building before, so this building always makes me nervous. Worms could be in a lot of different places, I am telling you. In fact, what I could do, I probably will not explode my spider drones, and I wonder if, because I shot them, if I don't explode them, if I have to pay to replenish them. That's something I've never paid attention to. I'm going to shoot out a couple spider drones. Just keep you in the back for now, and then once they start making an appearance, the worms, we can potentially get them dealt with some crossbows, but maybe we'll get some awareness of where some might be from a spider drone. And the ones over here usually don't get to us in the first turn. There's exceptions to every rule, but I'm going to play the odds, and let's set one out here. And nothing. And let's set one back over here. Oh, we found the mother lode. Now I could decide, I could decide to just go, well, we can't do it this turn though. I was going to say we could have a nice little explosion there, but at least we know the direction the majority of them will be coming from now. And this map, sometimes you have a passage through here. This is the closed off map for this early start. So I'm gonna probably have a couple overwatches over here. So yeah, I'm probably thinking you will come right here. And well, the other thing we can do that will assure we just won't be able to replenish this grenade right away. And unfortunately with that spider drone there, I can't, I could have picked up all three, but I also do not want to. Well, there's nothing else that's going to hurt my spider drone. This won't kill my spider drone, and we can get rid of 3 worms in one go. I like that idea. And there we go. 3 worms gone. Spider drone still standing. All right. With that in mind, we'll back you out of the way a little bit. And we'll get our other overwatchers up, and we can cheat more to this side. I'll still have someone overwatching over here, and we'll just make that U sectoid. Do we have a good enough angle? Yeah, I think if I put you here and do it straight ahead, Overwatch will be fine. If any worms are still left over there that we did not see, and they try to come toward us, it's a short range Overwatch, so you should be effective enough, I hope, against worms. And we are going to then set you Nefertiti here in case we do have that rare exception where they can get in here and come through on the very first turn. So we're going to set your Overwatch here, and we'll just have it set up nice and short range because they got to get at least that close if they want to try exploding on us. And the only way our Overwatch will be insufficient is if, you know, they come in numbers. One runs the Overwatch and the other one is close enough to still reach us and explode. Now, I will get you, I'm thinking here or here. And Floki, we're going to have you Overwatch more in this direction with this in mind, because I still am not certain that they might not be on the roof of the building or somewhere over here coming at us. And with that in mind, Servando, you know, if they get by our Overwatch, they're going to be able to poison a whole mess of us. But oh well, that's the risks we take. And oh look what we found. I told you there might be one on the roof. I told you. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to have the ability to shoot them, so we're going to set an Overwatch in that direction with hopefully the idea to protect us as he comes down towards us off the roof. And this is where we cross our fingers and hope we've put out enough protection. Okay, there's another one coming around a long way, but he was far enough away. Okay, oh, they're trying to explode on the spider drone. They might have been able to do enough damage. Oh, wow. Will our pistol work? Yes! And the backdoor attempt was not close enough to be able to get through, and we now know where the Chiron is. So we have our first round where we didn't have to worry about him shooting worms. That will not remain the way it's going to work. So it looks like our spider drone over here has been eliminated. The worms now do a a little bit now, in case you didn't know, of armor removal. So it was enough armor removal and damage to take out our other spider drone. Now, what I'm going to do is at least probably send our spider drone in this direction just to see if there's any more worms out there hiding. I would rather know where they are as opposed to kill them with our spider drones, per se. So, Sestaya, I think what we'll start with you, because they're pretty far back. I think I'm just going to bring you right here. Or Stasia, you know, you'll let me know which way it is. I started thinking about my pronunciation after watching the video while editing, and I said, you know, I could have gone a number of ways on that pronunciation, so I'm sure you can let me know. You are exposed, but, you know, against worms, I'm not too worried about that, to be quite honest. And we're gonna take a shot right here and take care of that. And then we're just gonna go ahead. And while it's not going to be, you know, an amazing shot, let's see if you can get first damage on the Chiron. Yeah. He felt a little sting on his leg is the way that looks. It's the way it looked. I think I'm going to bring my heavy here, but I think what I'll do first is, yeah, I can get Nefertiti right here. And I think I'm going to set up an overwatch. We still, unfortunately, do not know this direction very well. There could be worms over here. There could be. But let's get you through this opening before it gets blocked. Nefertiti. And my plan with you is to probably overwatch against this worm, because it could reach us. So we're going to try that. And then, Tristan, you're going to get your first shot of the game on the big old Chiron. And we'll see if we can start hurting them a little bit. That's a decent shot. There's a few things in the way that could take a bullet, but overall, not a bad shot to start with. And we're going to take a while with all his armor to wear him down. That's for dang sure. Now, I cannot quite get over to this worm to be able to do 2 swipes, so I think we're going to end up trying a Servando pistol shot over here. And I feel fine moving you over here, Servando, for a pistol shot, and then we'll be potentially in range for a nice sniper shot. If no more, well, it all depends on where he shoots the worms, doesn't it now?
Moving in quick. Come get some.
And we'll stay right there. And then Floki. All right, you may have a shot. I think I'm going to bring you right here, and I don't think it's going to be a great shot, but you're going to be in position for a better shot coming up, probably. Or do I throw a grenade here to try and strip some armor and maybe pick up a worm at the same time? Let's see what your arm looks like. It's not going to be a good shot whether I have you here or back here anyway. But we can try throwing the ye old grenade. Now, it doesn't look like I have the opportunity to gain both. So yeah, you know, if I pick up this worm here, then it allows Nefertiti to take a shot. So let's do it. A 1 worm gone. And Nefertiti, that means you have the ability. Oh. Only I knew this was the shot you were going to get. Well, maybe I then, since I feel comfortable about worms over here, maybe just in case there was a hidden one here, let's play it safe for a turn and kind of overwatch on the conveyor in case there's a hidden worm over there. How about that? You know, I think I have that paranoid, excuse me, I have that paranoid perk also. And you, Sectoid, we're just going to race you out here because we want you to be able to have a shot next time. So we're going to try getting you close. And, well, not too close, but close enough. So we're going to bring you right here. And the spider drone's done. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. Not close enough. So we weren't too aggressive. Now he's going to shoot worms at us. Oh no, he's going to stomp. What do you know? He dazed his own worm. Now he did daze you, Sectoid, so we got you a little too close. I was surprised to see that move instead of him shooting worms. I rarely see him stomp first thing without having shot any worms. That is pretty interesting. So, since I think we've scouted out all the worms, I am going to waste a spider drone over here. We're going to do it here, so maybe if we're lucky, we can pick up that worm at the same time. No guarantees. But we're going to try shredding. Yeah, we'll get a little shredding in on the Chiron, too. And that's a good thing. So, unfortunately, Sectoid, I brought you over here to be able to take a shot, and now you do not have one. And this guy's also dazed, but I think, Mike, I'm thinking we're going to run you over here to pistol this thing and get rid of it. Everybody else who remains is going to focus on the Chiron. Well, in fact, you got a pistol shot for us. Let's do it. All hands on deck. Wear this baby down. What's your shot look like, Stasaya? In fact, I'm going to try, in case we are able to, with the rest of our remaining shots, wear him down a little bit. Let's give you the closing shot. I don't think we're going to wear him down enough. But just in case we do. Just in case we do. Alright, so, you know, his soft underbelly, although we're not guaranteed to hit a lot of that soft underbelly, but you know, we're gonna go this way. And it's just a slow process of wearing the guy down. What does your shot look like without moving? And it's only a leg shot. I don't know that two of those kinds of shots are gonna do it, so I'm gonna move you out a little farther, Floki. So hopefully you can get a decent shot from here, right in the area where we've weakened him the most. It makes more stomping a potential something that could happen to us. But you know, if all he's going to do is stomp like this, I'm not super concerned. It does a little bit of damage to us, maybe. I don't know if the armor protects us against stomps or what. That's a part I'm not clear on because I don't often get stomped. All right, you drew first blood, Floki. You drew first blood. And just in case he is in a stomping mood, we'll back you back off a little bit. Maybe not everybody will get stomped. And then, Stasaya, we are going to just blast away as much as we can. We have one shot left, then a reload, and then two more. So we can get 3 shots out of you as long as you have a decent shot. Oh, yeah, you have a decent shot. So you're going to get all 3 of them. So it doesn't look... Yeah, it's very satisfying. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to kill it. But it looks like he's going to be primed for death next turn. And he's bleeding 20 now because you also took out the head. So that's pretty cool. So everybody, I'm going to say let's stay put because we all pretty much have shots from our positions. Now we'll see if he decides to stomp again or shoot worms. Frankly, I don't care if he stomps. No, he still had a worm in reserve. And he stepped on his own worm! So all he dazed was Nefertiti. And yeah, there is a slight bit of damage that we took, unfortunately. Very minor, fortunately. Yeah, the good news is it's very minor damage. But I think it's time to finish him off. So I'm going to take a look at how we can do that. How about Loki, you can get a shot from here.
Inside.
If I go up here, you won't kill it. I'll tell you what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my infiltrator promoted this turn, or this time, and I want to give her the kill. So we're going to do this, and it's close enough where it could kill, but I'm going to hope it doesn't. And it didn't, because we do have someone who I want to feed the kill to try and gain some experience and promotion for her and make this happen. All right. And because he stomped on his own worm, that should be it. So we did take some damage. We got some injuries out there. And they're minor, though. The 2 injuries that we took from the stomp, they really are not major, and I'm not going to be too worried about them. So we did get our promotion I was hoping for out of that. And everybody else picked up, well, except Sectoid, sorry, you got dazed before I could give you some good shots. We'll try and make it up to you now and get you promoted also.
Normally, when we encounter a potential ally, we first send the Apostle to the Onceborn to check them out. But I'm gonna break protocol to say thanks. Now listen, I'll be honest with you. The Exalted is the only one who has any real answers. Tobias West may be clever and Sanhedrin may sound great, but only the Exalted is dealing with the world as it actually is. She can lead us out of this mess. Give us lives worth living.
All right, well, thank you. We are going to say that we would like to know more.
If you want to work with us, you'll still have to deal with the hierarchy. Work your way up from the Apostle to the Onceborn, to the Keeper of the Threshold, all the way up to the Synod of Yearning and the Exalted herself. That's hard work. You'll have to earn the knowledge you gain. But trust me, it'll be worth it. And if the Synod gives you trouble, let me know.
All right, so we get some nice food from that, and we gain our first positive attitude with one of the factions. And we cannot afford, as we knew this would happen, we cannot afford to replenish anything over here. So, oh well. And the grenades will have to manually replenish on our own. But we're making progress. All right, so we've got about 2 hours before we get materials back in hand. And in that time, I'm going to rush over to here to try and do this exploration, just in case it's a mission kind of a site, so we don't have to do that in the mist. So let's get going. And we do. Yeah, we know. Boy, do we know we have a materials shortage.
Research complete.
No longer do we have a materials shortage. Let's find out about New Jericho.
New Jericho was one man's vision, and everything depended on that one man. Before the war, Tobias West had been a billionaire, an elusive, controversial businessman who denounced war even as he profited from it. When the world fell, his empire began to rise. Some said he was a genius, a man of principle, dedicated to equality and merit, fighting to preserve the core of human freedom. Our will. They said he had a plan, that he could lead us to victory. Others called him a dictator, a megalomaniac, fearful of infection and obsessed with purity. They said he was willing to do anything to win, no matter the cost. The Phoenix Project needed allies. New Jericho could help us turn the tide, but it all depended on one man.
All right, you've now met Tobias West. Big Daddy, as many of us like to call him. So let's get moving and find out what is on this site over here, this exploration site, before it gets into the mist. And before I start exploring, I'm going to get into our personnel screen and make sure we get replenished. I do have a promotion here. Let's do that first. And we're going to pick up a surprise attack as our initial pickup. Attacks from behind gain shock value equal to 5 times the damage dealt. So this is where we deal the shock, potentially. That helps us on another one of these. Yeah, here. Gain 2 AP the first time you daze an enemy during the turn. So that can help get us a lot more mobile and do a lot more things with these two in tandem. So we're gonna pick up the surprise attack. And eventually I do like Overwatch focus, especially with this particular weapon, and down the road when if we can pick up the upgraded version of this that deals out poison also. Overwatch increased accuracy by 50% is going to be huge. And as far as skills, well, you know what? I'm just gonna, well, yeah, I'm just gonna pick it up now. I will eventually want it, so we'll just do it now so I know what I'm dealing with. What I am going to do, because you can carry enough stuff as is, so I'm going to do a little pop, deal tiny, just a fraction into the pool, and get you an extra shot of willpower. All right, so now we have to see right from the start. I got to see who... We used a grenade here, so I got to replenish a grenade. And we probably don't need that pistol anymore. We'll go back to sniper ammo. And I'm doing this, as you know, or if you don't know, if you're new to the mod, I'm doing this now before we start our exploration because there's a much higher chance of ambush during explorations. And it pays to be ready, just in case you happen to be ambushed. It pays to be for one to be ready. Now I'm gonna... I think I'm going to do it this way, and then I'm going to go build an extra med kit. And yeah, we're going to build it, and I'm going to need one more med kit, so I'll build it now while we have the resources before I drain them all again. Holy smokes. So we're just going to be out of reach until the Mindfragger autopsy gives us some more materials to potentially build another building for us. There's so much we need right now. Should I be building manufacturing? Should I be trying to speed up our research so we stay ahead of the curve on the Pandorans? Should I be starting to manufacture our first extra airship? And on and on and on. There's so many directions and ways we can go. And, you know, I don't know exactly. And you need a grenade also. Because you threw one and we want to replenish it. And we'll keep the ammo there for now, because we got nothing better to give you for the moment. And Tristan, you also used a grenade. Let's build you another one. And we might as well... Yeah, we're gonna do the med kit here. There's your ready slots. And then let's just double check if somebody has room for more. We did not. We'll give you the ammo there. We will add a grenade or two for there. You're fully, so I think we're all ready to go now. We are in good shape to go, and I'll throw in, what the heck, a backup med kit for emergencies, or we'll play offensively with a backup grenade and leave it like this, and that's all we're going to spend at the moment. Okay. Oh, Sectoid, you did not get a reload, so let's at least have you start out with full ammo, and same with Tristan. So now, at the end of that last episode where we couldn't auto-replenish, everybody is back to full ammo and everything, so we're in good shape. We have some new research here. We have a Chiron autopsy, which gives us good stuff, but right now, I'm trying to do the quick ones that give us good stuff. Poison worm autopsy we're going to throw in there. One of the worm autopsies unlocks some things. I think it might even be the poison worm that gives us a path to the grenade launcher, if memory serves me. But I got to get... Well, what's nice is I'm able to postpone Phoenix Archives. I usually, if the two mist blooms were spread across the map, I'd be prioritizing that more because that's what unlocks the location of all the bases. I know from playing the game a lot about where they are, but until you do that one research, physically they don't appear on the map. So there you go. Let's do our explorations and get moving. And it is a Synedrium base. It just doesn't happen to be a mission or have a mission attached to it. What I'm going to do next is just continue exploring a little bit, hoping we find some materials, because I would love to start building some things, whether I manufacture an extra airship so we can continue growing our teams and won't be limited to just 2 more soldiers, or whether we get the hiring protocols and I start hiring somebody. There's just so many ways we can go right now, but I need resources to do any of those. And we're just not finding we're not finding a lot of exploration sites at the moment, my friends. Not what I was hoping for.
Research complete.
Okay, we got some more materials. That is good news. Unlocks more, and yeah, and oh, it's the Mind Fragger. See, I always get this mixed up because there's new links and paths to the research now. It's the Mind Fragger that unlocks the grenade technology. We're going to put that in the queue. And we're okay-ish here. I'm going to see what I might be able to build or do and then maybe reshuffle things here. But at the same time, these are going to have to get done at some point. Let's just look in the base and see the costs. So I could do manufacturing right now that would wipe me out. I can't afford this. So manufacturing wise, if I wanted to look at starting our first backup airship, I can't afford it. So as you can see, we need more stuff. And it would be nice if we had exploration sites, which would unlock some resources for free, but that is not the way this game is starting for us. So let's just keep going at the moment. Hammerfall. Earlier today, an asteroid crashed into the Earth. The release of kinetic energy was roughly equivalent to the limited nuclear exchange between India and Iran during World War III. The impact event has been dubbed Hammerfall, the largest in Earth's recorded history. The asteroid hit deep inside a quarantine zone where the Pandora virus has aggressively mutated the surrounding ecology. However, traces of seismic activity have been detected in faraway coastal regions, coinciding with rumors of Pandoran hordes emerging from the mist. Fun. Anu Havens join in a ritual to welcome the prophesized trials and tribulations, their incomprehensible chant reverberating across the airwaves. Synedrium, trapped in the complex web of its inner politics, fails to agree on a course of action. But one of their havens decides to send a mission to investigate the impact zone. New Jericho mobilizes its armed forces. Caught between the foolish and the mad, we must act, proclaims West. All right. And I failed to hit explore, so we wasted. Fortunately, that cutscene popped up to save me a little time. We're going to explore here before the mist envelops this area. And the Hammerfall, this is where it landed, just so you know, in case you were curious. So we got a lot of exploration sites available now. We're just not finding any good ones yet. So let's get looking. Oh my goodness! Now, this is a shocker, but I don't think I've ever had 2 of these in one episode before. Oh no, I take that back, because we did find, but I've never found 2 this early before. Holy smokes! How about that? Well, you know, for all you viewers out there who are looking to get characters, now this one's going to be a nighttime mission, so it'll be a little tougher. However, there's 6 of us this time instead of 3. That's the good part. And I got to double check. I think if we do it right now, it's not considered in the mist. So it's do or die. It's not like I need the soldiers right now. However, I'm not going to turn, you know, I can't even think of the stupid gift horse in the mouth phrase, but I'm not going to do that. No. At least we can do this mission and be replenished. And we're going to have to look at our strategy now with all this in mind. So this is where we're going to end it today, because we know what we're going to do next time, and that is a nice rescue recruits mission. How about that? It's about, 2/3 of our missions will have been this kind, and we'll see how the next one, if the individual independent soldiers can act a little smarter this time and not take so many injuries. Cross your fingers. I hope you enjoyed today's mission. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have ideas that you think we should be doing, let me know in the comments. If you think we're taking the right path or the wrong path, I never mind listening to your comments. Doesn't mean I always follow them, but I'm telling you, there's some good advice out there. Thanks so much, guys.